Hello, welcome to 2024. So let's start the year with a big bang, some fireworks, some explosives, something big. This build was actually pretty bad in the beginning of the game, but now it's actually viable, more or less because, well, we have a higher trade cap, we have new trinkets, and most of the things were fixed and they work more or less as intended. As you can see, we're going to use the Archon and the Summoner. Remember to put mod cost and mod damage over here. And of course we do a lot of damage with the Starkillers, Gravity Core. Now there are a few issues with this, more or less, and also of course the Meridian with the Prophecy, which will be amazing. Feedback is also pretty nice, but the idea is to reduce the mod cost as much as possible so you can use it on cooldown. From what I can see, you cannot really shoot two Gravity Cores at enemies. We'll try, but probably will fail. Also, the detonation trigger is not damage over time, it's just more damage. 1500, 1300. Also, yeah, and I did say most of the problems were fixed, but there is another problem. So as you can see, this thing will increase the damage of some of the mods, but if you remove it, let's say put the burden of the destroyer, it increases the damage of that point, but not the damage of gravity core. So we still have some issues here and there. And of course the burden of Seolist. I'm not sure if it increases the damage of the summons. By the way, this is the damage without the summons. I'm not using the summons over here just because they make a lot of noise and they'll scream in your ears. And yes, while the Stone of Malevolence is a little bit nerfed, it will still do a lot of damage. So let's... Whoa. What's that? Apparently it glows when you pull it out, okay? So let's start with the damage of a single mod. Yeah, this was also nerfed. It used to do a lot more damage, but it's okay like this. 3000 damage. Decent, right? And this will do a lot more damage than it says over here. So 4000, so it's about, let's just say 7000. Let's say 7000 per damage cycle, but remember to shoot two of the explosive stuff, so I would say it's closer to 10,000 damage every 5 seconds or so. Also, if you use it like this, as you can see, you can recharge it and shoot it again before the mod is over. So it does need a little bit of skill and it will be harder to use. Also remember you have the Fey Needles, which will increase your mana generation as well. Plus you have the Archon thingy that gives you 200 more power for both equip modes and so on. So you have a lot more ways to increase the power output. Plus you also have this one. It will of course give you a little more because of the Stone of Malevolence. So it's going to produce a lot of damage and it's going to be a lot of fun to use. Now, what other things should you keep into consideration? Well, because of the way this works, kinship is super strong and I really recommend you get it, because even if it attacks you, look at this, you out-heal the damage, which is amazing. So you don't kill yourself, even if you walk straight into this one. You just get blasted out of the way. You can also use the syringe to reduce the stagger, just in case you want to go knee deep in the enemies, or if you want to impress your friends by, let's say, I got this, and you go into a room and everything just explodes outside and you are tossed out the window and you'll be okay. Yeah. So as you can see, you can reduce the stagger level to the point where you don't even suffer the effects from this gun, and you will still suffer a little stagger from this one. But as you can see, basically there's no damage. Are you seeing the huge needle? I don't remember this being a thing in the game. Ouch! That will scare a lot of school children. So I forgot to summon my minions. Let's also use this before we start. It's still a little harder to use than it should be, in my opinion. So basically launch that, and maybe a few shots. Yeah, it's hard to use only because you don't shoot it immediately when you switch, but other than that, look at the damage, it's ridiculous. Whoa, 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 okay, that was too fast almost, and again, you have to practice this, but otherwise, it's too much. Faster. It's actually defending me in a way. Let's look cool while it explodes behind us. Okay, it killed him, eventually. That's cool though. Oh, how I hate how long it lasts to cast this thing. Yeah, I need to remember the timing. Wow, okay, that exploded straight in my face, so... Yeah, if the developer could fix you not getting stuck on that, that would be amazing. Yeah, it has a great AoE damage, and as you can see... Yeah, we don't even have to destroy it directly. I'm curious how this will hit. Yeah, oh yeah, we can one-shot this one almost. Or one-phase it if I am careful enough. Yeah, but because of the delay, see, this is what I don't like about the game. The developers nerfed all of the cool abilities, all of the cool guns, even though they don't need to do it. It's so hard to use this sometimes because you have to press F, click and hold, and then it will shoot. But since I don't know, it's kind of counterintuitive, since your other skills and your other guns simply need you to mash them. Okay, it's time to have fun. Well, that was all of them. So I guess if you use the other stuff... I cannot believe how huge that needle is. How do developers not notice these things? Okay, let's go to a better area where we can use the full build. What's that? Wow, I like that a lot. Now the problem is you have to press and hold, but if you press and hold before the gun is fully loaded, as you can see, it doesn't do anything, which I find so weird. Why is that thing over here? Really, why is that thing over here? Oh, it's because in my other... Okay, the last time I came over here, I drew the ball towards me, and now the body simply runs... Oh wow, it's following me in the dungeon. Look at that. It's trying to pull the little guys out. I don't know what's happening here, but the game is... It's just as buggy as ever. It will never get fixed at this rate. You'll see when you try to use it what's the problem with it. It actually heals me a little bit. Anyway, it's a fun build and I hope people will have as much fun as I have with it, because it's basically easy mode at this point of the game. It's easy mode because you heal, you deal damage, and the bosses cannot sustain the damage you can deal in just a few seconds. Plus, it's just fire and forget, except for this one. If you can master to fire, the gravity core, and then two of these, you're all set. Bye bye, enjoyed.